Hello and welcome to Bricks. I'm Adam and this is Bricks. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the Lego Gift with Purchase Bionicle, Tahu, and Takua set. This is set number 40581. It has 219 pieces, and like I said, this was a gift with purchase. It was available a while back, and I can't remember what the threshold was, maybe 200, maybe 180 or 150 or something like that, and then it went away, and then just recently, during kind of Lego's thing to compete with some other retails, like big sale event things, Lego did a like double VIP for certain lines and a double gift with purchase stack, or a 3 gift with purchase stack if you count the poly bag that it came with, and this was one of them. So for 200, if you spent $220, you could get this gift with purchase, the Bionicle kind of commemorative thing, and you could also get the Blacktron Cruiser, which I've already done a video about a while back, and I was able to get these sold out relatively fast, I believe, and I was able to get a couple of both this and the Blacktron Cruiser. I wasn't sure if I was going to build these or not, because I've already built the Blacktron Cruiser once. Those I'm not going to build. I will be selling those or giving those away, and I have an extra some of these, and I will be building at least this one, and then I'm not sure what I'll do with the other ones, but either way, in this video I'm going to open this up, I'm going to put this together, and then I'm going to share my thoughts on it. So while I build, I will speed the video up, and then I'll slow it back down to review this set. So until then, enjoy. Okay, while we are looking at the build for this Lego Gift with Purchase Bionicle Tribute set, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who watches, and then just to remind you that if you like this video, please consider clicking that thumbs up and giving it a like, and if you like the other videos on my channel, please consider clicking that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the Lego videos I'll be doing here in the future. I have a ton of stuff in the works and a lot more sets to build and talk about, and also other kinds of Lego videos, so likes, comments, subscribes, all that stuff's really helpful, and I really appreciate it. And now back to the rest of the build of this Lego Gift with Purchase Bionicle Tribute, and then on to my review for this set. Okay, so that is this Lego Bionicle sort of gift with purchase. I don't know what to call this. You know, what it reminds me of most is a little bit like the Blacktron Cruiser, the Lion Knight's Castle, the Galaxy Explorer, the kind of 90 years of play redo type of things. This feels very much like not a Bionicle set, but a set that's like referencing Bionicle, or like an in memoriam, or a just like a kind of like looking back, sort of a nostalgic representation of Bionicle, and in that way it's pretty cool, I think. You know, it feels like Bionicle. They did some good stuff here, but it's also kind of its own thing. So the first thing to make note of, I think, is it's all brick built. Now, I grew up with Bionicle. I was collecting Lego and Bionicle in the late 90s, early 2000s, and I have a lot of sets from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, the early 2000s. And that's Bionicle, Star Wars, just whatever. And I'd have to go and look through all my old Bionicle, but I had a ton of Bionicle sets all throughout their different iterations, and I think I had some of the stuff that like predated Bionicle a little bit. There was these kind of Technic little racer things that had discs or wheels, and then there was this other thing that like had a flinging disc thing. Anyway, I did grow up with Bionicle, and I'm sure I probably have, you know, these characters, Tahu and Takua, you know, in some form, and I'll have to dig them out. But they were not made with bricks for the most part. They were made with, you know, specialized pieces, by and large, and maybe mostly similar to Mixel stuff or Technic is really what I would compare it to for the most part. But they had some interesting stuff, a lot of different molds. This is sort of a representation of that using the Lego system. I think in my mind the Bionicle line is almost an entirely different system of building than the Lego system is, and I could be totally wrong about that, but that's just my mind here. So this is not like a Bionicle set in my opinion, but it's like a representation of a Bionicle set, which is kind of a unique thing, and that's pretty cool. So I did not get this the first time this was a promo, so I was happy to get it this time. And so we have a couple different things here. The first thing you build is this. Looks like we have like a little egg, maybe a pile of rocks or something. I don't know what this is supposed to be. It's not on the cover. To me, it looks like maybe it says somewhere in here, you know, this is one of those sets that has some information in here. So this is like a tribute to Bionicle Heroes, to thank you, and whatever. So this first bit is just kind of this little bit of land, or this, I don't think this is one of the discs or anything like that, but and I don't think it's a mask. I don't know what it is, something, so that's fine. And then we build this character. Now forgive me, I do not know which one is Takua and which one is Tahu. I want to say this one's Takua, but if you know, leave it in the comments. So this is a very simple build. We have some small ball joints for the feet down there, use some interesting pieces, bright colored feet. The arms can't really be posed that much, a little bit, you know, up and down a little bit. This is very basic. It's small. We got a little bit on head movement here, have a little bit of a backpack there with a thing that could be clipped. We do have the translucent at the back. Now what this reminds me of is for Bionicle, for, I don't know, for this line, I suppose, but for other ones, they would have these masks, and they would have kind of a hard plastic mask, which is, I think, what this is represented. And then beneath that, they would have sort of a softer, rubbery, translucent thing. And at different times, those could be like popped out or flung out or whatever. I have to imagine that's what this is representing. It's sort of the translucent thing that's behind the mask. So if that is the case, then that's pretty neat. And then we have the face here, the kind of traditional mask. This is a print, so that's printed on a sloped piece there, and nice to get that. And we do have a disc here that's just plain and no stickers or anything on there. Maybe it would have nice to have that printed as something, but at various times Bionicles could, they had like a special arm that would hold a different disc piece, not this one, and it was kind of a three-pronged thing with like one on top and two on, or one on the bottom, two on the top, and you could pull it back and fling it, and it was sort of a prototype projectile thing from back in the day. So anyway, this is a very basic build. The colors are nice. Great to get that print. I think that's really, really nice that they included that. And then the rest of the build is what I'm saying is Tahu, which is one of the bigger Bionicles here. And they're a little more complete. They have pretty robust feet here. Nice. The color choices are nice here. They are on kind of this surfboard-like thing, or hoverboard type thing, or snowboard type thing, and kind of looking like we are in a kind of a lava-looking place. And their color scheme very much matches that. So we have some nice translucent orange down there and some different colors of orange. I don't know if any of this is like that, what do they call it, Keton orange, or there's a specific orange that I think was actually from a Bionicle thing, and that's why it's called that color of orange, but I'm not positive. Ketone orange? I could be wrong. So again, I'm not an expert on this stuff, but I do remember some of it. So if you know more about that color orange, for example, leave it in the comments below. But I think some of that might be represented in here. Color scheme is nice. We use some of the kind of mixel joints, ball joints for the legs. We do have some movement at the hips there, movement at the knees. This can be taken off the stand. It is on there with some Technic pins, some like tiles with the Technic pin coming up, and we have a couple pinholes on the bottom. But this could also be on its own, and I think it can stand well enough on its own. These feet are 2 studs wide, pretty big, pretty stable there, so nice. It is a little bit weird, these kind of big robust feet going down to a very small thigh area there, but that's all right. This area looks nice. This is connected to a ball joint at the midsection there, so this can spin, which is very good. And the kind of little detail down here with some of those hollow stud with the bar coming off it is nice. We do have the 2 arms, mixel joint up at the top, a little bit of a pauldron there. We do have a hinge for an elbow. One arm is like this, maybe that's a blaster or the one to fling things, and the other arm is slightly different and has this accessory, this nice dual molded flame translucent accessory with a black hilt and a cone piece there and whatever, and this arm can bend and move and stuff like that. And like I said, this can twist and lean, and then nice little ball element here, bar element there, and then up at the top again we have like a blue translucent there, and I think that's got to be referencing the internal mask. And then we have the kind of external mask, and that is also a print, and the head can be positioned here in different ways. So this is a great little figure on its own, and I'm pretty pleased with this. I'd have to go back. I bet I have this, and I wonder what this would look like compared to the old Bionicle from 20 years ago or whatever. Well, I'd have to look at that. I'd be interested to see. Maybe I'll do that in a future videos, kind of looking at this with comparing it to old Bionicle. But this is really cool, and it does come with this nice stand. So it's a very finished stand. It reminds me of certain display sets of various kinds, and so it feels very nice to have this black border, and using these modified plates there is kind of an extra little detail on the edges, on the corners rather, but it's kind of a circular thing, which is really nice, and this is clipped on nice. So it's a pretty cool display actually. This set, it says it's 18 plus. I'm not exactly sure why it's listed as 18 plus, other than it being kind of one of those tribute sets, reference sets that I think like the Lion Knight's Castle is probably 18 plus, the Galaxy Explorer probably is 18 plus, Blacktron Cruiser is 18 plus, even though those are just suggestions, and people younger or older, different ages could build these very easily. But that's cool. So this clips on there really nice, can be posed on there, which is great. Good amount of articulation actually, which is really cool. Whoops, we lost the accessory there while I was trying to articulate the arm a little bit, but I think this is really pretty nice, and there is a way to attach them, and I wasn't sure how to do that, but we do have a jumper on kind of the chest area or stomach area for this little guy, and that can kind of be studded on to the back of the other one. So let me get it on there and see, because as you can see on the instructions, they do have them positioned like one is holding on to the other one's back, and I think you can get it to be something like this. You can use that one jumper to stud it on the back, have one arm kind of going over the top, or maybe both arms going over the top, and it can kind of be connected there. I think that's the only way it connects. I'm not positive, but I think it just studs on with that jumper, and it's nice. You can see both of their masks there, which is cool. Can be sat down, can be a little bit like positioned like that, which is very nice. So I think this is a great little gift with purchase. It's 219 pieces, no stickers. You got the prints, some specialized stuff, there. This little thing, which this adds a lot, and good colors, just nice tribute to Bionicle, which I think is very, very cool for them to do. So that's great. I don't remember what the gift with purchase threshold was the first time this was released, but when I got this along with this and the Blacktron Cruiser, you got both of those promos at $220. So sometimes when they have promo stacks, it'll be like one's at 50 and that's the poly bag, one's at 100 and that's something, and then there's one at 175 or something, or 100, 200 or whatever. And those are like the promo stacks. This is, I don't think this is the first time this has happened, but it's the first time in a while that I've seen it, like where both of these sets are just at the same price. So once you get above 220, you got this and the Blacktron Cruiser. I know some people are selling these. I don't know how much these are going for, if it's $20, if it's $40 or whatever. Blacktron Cruiser, I think maybe averages around $30 or $40 as well. And so if you factor that in when you're spending money, I bought like the Peugeot 9x8 Le Mans Technic, and something to get this, and I also bought another bigger Technic set to get some more of these, and or Technic sets rather, to get more of these gift with promos. And Technic stuff was one of the things that was double VIP, along with, like, I think Friends, City, and I'm not sure what else, but either way, it's a pretty cool gift with purchase. I'm definitely happy to have this, happy to have built this. This is a nice little display piece, and I think for people that love Bionicle, this is like really, really terrific. Over here are the extra pieces. Pretty basic. A couple of those modified, stud things with the bar, some translucent, a rounded tile there, a slope, a hilt, a bar element, your 1x1 dark bluish gray. So those are all the extra pieces. This is fine. I don't know how to talk about this as far as its gift with purchase threshold, because it was like in combination with another set. Whether or not that's too high or not, I'm not sure. I think, for the two of them, having them both be at 220 seems kind of reasonable, especially considering like there have been other gift with purchases with even higher threshold that are, you get less Lego at the end of the day. And there are some other there's some other gift with purchases that are selling for a lot of money that had a lot lower threshold. I think that Disney one is selling for a lot of money, and that threshold was like $100, and that one had prints and a light brick and all this other stuff, and it was $100. That sold out very, very fast. I happen to have some of those. This one. And I don't know if I'm going to open one or not. There's an exclusive Mickey in here. I just know these are selling for a lot. I don't know what these are selling for. So it's weird to compare gift with purchases. Sometimes you get one that's worth a lot and it's a great deal. Sometimes you get them that it's not. This one, I really, really like this set. So I was very happy to open this. And the Blacktron Cruiser I really like too. And I have opened one of those as well a while back. So for me, these are cool just to build. But for other people, maybe it just kind of softens the blow of spending a lot of money on Lego, get the gift with purchases, sell them off right away, and recoup some of your cost for your bigger sets or whatever. So either way, I really, really enjoyed this. That's all that's to say, is this is really, really neat. So big thumbs up for me. If you like this video, maybe consider giving it a thumbs up and clicking that like button. And if you like the other videos on my channel, please consider subscribing to it, clicking on that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the Lego videos I'll be doing here in the future, including more gift with purchases, maybe that Disney one, and tons of other Lego sets from all different shapes, sizes, price points, piece counts. Maybe I'll go back and look at some old sets from my childhood eventually and kind of review those, and probably some Bionicle in there. I think that would be kind of a fun thing to look at. But just all different stuff. So subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming Lego videos. And if you want to support this channel and support the videos I do here, the best way to do that is over at the Patreon, and that's the SoBricks Patreon. So it's patreon.com/SoBricks, and over there for as little as $2 a month, you can join, get access to all my videos early, get access to some exclusive videos. We're going to be doing tons of other stuff over there, Q&As, live streams, maybe some giveaways, get your name on the end of my video, and I'm going to keep developing stuff over there as that continues to grow. So every little bit helps. I am not part of the Lego Ambassador Network. I'm not sponsored by any company, so I pay for everything with my own money. And so if you want to give back because you like my videos, the Patreon is a great way to do that, and I really, really appreciate it. So thank you very much. And with all of that said, until next time, thanks. Bye.